I know we keep talking about how children are addicted to it and young people are addicted to it, but I think equally we are addicted to it also. I think it's across. So we like to put the blame on children and young people, especially young people. But I think all of us are. I mean, if you see in 5 minutes we've sat there, a lot of phones have been buzzing and people are checking their phones. So it's part of the culture. But I think it's like pollution in Delhi. You know, it's there affecting everybody. But children are most vulnerable. You know, and there are some children who are more vulnerable than other children. I like to see it like that. And in that sense, I would say, like you said, internet is here to stay. All the social media is here to stay. And I don't want to kind of say it's all rubbish. I think it can be used for connectivity, for learning, for entertainment, and so many other things. This is a feeling I'm getting, and I think it's very important to highlight here that where does the responsibility lie? Is this just parents? Or is it just schools? I think one of the biggest responsibilities is social media itself. You know, think about it. They are the next empires of the earth. You know, it's not going to be countries. People are not living in countries anymore. It's the Facebook, and I'm so glad Facebook is part of this conversation today. Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all that. And I think there are more. How many people would be on Facebook?
Billions.
Yeah, think about it. I mean, so who's the person, what needs to take maximum responsibility is social media. Needs to take maximum, we need to make sure they take social responsibility. They need to take responsibility. It's not okay. What's happening is not okay. And we can't put the fault on parents. I really don't think so. It's like pollution and saying, you know, parents, you're responsible for what's happening out there. Make sure that children wear masks. We all are responsible for it. And that's schools, that's social media, that's parents, media. Everybody needs to come together. And I think we really think about it. Or adults as together come together and say, okay, this is the way things are going to be. This is the way things are going to be. Children will follow it. You know, they will follow. They might be, but it has to be something. The first responsibility is all of ours, not just parents. That's something I just wanted to clarify. But I think going, sorry?
Sorry, please.
So after that, I think the next step is, I totally agree, the communication at home is very, very important. That when you are communicating at home, when you are having interaction, when you are involved in a child's life, then you know what's happening, right? So being involved in their life, communication, taking interest in them, having a lot of conversations around that is extremely important, along with having clear boundaries. You have to have clear boundaries. You know, parents right now feel also very confused about what is okay, what is not okay. Can I really switch off the Wi-Fi this time? Can I take away gadget this time? To have an understanding that yes, some boundaries are important and children will be okay if these boundaries are there. And I think another thing is, I personally believe a lot in is mindfulness. You know, mindfulness is something, if in schools we can start, in homes we can start, for you know, all of us to become a little more we live in a very mindless culture. You know, this, what Mrs. Wattal was talking about in terms of so many gadgets, how it's impacting our brains, how we know that this multitasking is a myth. It doesn't, you know, when you are on so many gadgets, your attention is also diluted. You're not able to focus. That research is indicating that. So becoming more mindful, and children are going to, if I'm going to be on my laptop, which really, honestly, I'm saying I spend too much of time on my laptop, and my daughter's seeing it, my son's seeing it, right? And if they are, for us, it's a culture that I have to start with myself. I have to become more mindful of the kind of gadgets I'm using at home, and how much time I can keep away from screen, and to lead a more mindful life. When we do that, then children, you can have a conversation on mindfulness with children. And to start it in school, start it at home.